First of all, give Alabama credit. Obviously they got a heck of a football team, and the first half, we did some things, offensively. We had to move the ball a little bit, and hit a pass and got on their side of the 50, but we got a lineman downfield and backed us up, and then the next possession we get, another little drive going, and we had a chop block that backed us up, and, they hit us pretty quick, out the gates. It's 14-0 at the end of the first quarter, but we hung in there. Their quarterback's a heck of a player, and made some really, really special plays with his feet. He had the bad snap there and just improvised and, got a 25, 30-yard touchdown run out of it, whatever it was. And, but we hung in there. It's 14-0, and then, the last couple, 3, 4, 5 minutes of the second quarter, they kind of bombarded on us a little bit. We drive down there and got a chance to make it 14-3, 14-7. We missed the field goal. And then, they hit us, 2 quick ones, a couple deep balls, over the top of us there to go into halftime, 28, nothing. But then they hit another one coming out of the second half right off the bat. They got really good players, obviously, and but I was proud of our team and how we fought and how we competed, played extremely hard, and when you play teams like this, you got to play perfect, and we didn't play perfect. But I like our team. Told them in there, I told them the last couple minutes of the game, we're going to have a heck of a team this year, a heck of a year. So I like our team. We just got to make the corrections where we made mistakes tonight, and get ready for another really good SEC team next weekend. So I'll open it up to you guys.
You mentioned the penalties, particularly in the first half. They said that they were drive killers. How do you correct things like that? Particularly types of penalties you are making tonight.
Well, the first drive, we had the false start, and I think the noise got us a little bit on that one. The second drive, we had a lineman downfield. It was a little play-action pass, and Nick had to buy a little bit more time. So we just got to be a little bit more disciplined to make sure you don't go, downfield. And then the third one, the chop block there with the back and the offensive lineman, he made a mistake, and, we just got to get it corrected. But those things are – they're frustrating, they're disappointing, but at the same time, that was the first game for that kid playing. He hadn't played much, in his career, so not making excuses for him, but we'll get it fixed.
Coach, when the offense isn't moving, how much pressure does it put on the defense when they get put in short fields?
Well, I think the defense got put on a short field a couple times, one because of the interception, and then in the first half, and then the other one was the special teams. We fair catch a kickoff return, but we muff it, so we get on and recover it, and so instead of having it on the 25, now we got it on the 7. It's tough sledding getting it out of there, and got a really good punt out of there, but Kool-Aid made a heck of a play. He's a really good player, and so. But it all goes. It's not just offense not doing this and the defense on a short field. It's, we made enough mistakes defensively that we've got plenty to work on too.
Big a point of emphasis in camp for the secondary. What was preventing those over-the-top explosive plays? How do you correct mistakes like that right now?
One, we had to look at the film and see why. Part of it is they were a lot faster than us. That was part of it. But then you got to look at it and see, were we fundamentally sound? Were we technique sound? Did we do what we were supposed to do? Or did we just get out-athleted?
Coach, the defensive line had 2 sacks, a lot of tackles for loss, a lot of pressures. What is the potential for this defensive line?
Yeah, we're a little short-handed right now there, and got a lot of respect for those guys. They played their tails off, And, so there's a lot of toughness in that group. Those guys have played a bunch of snaps. It's important. They compete their tails off, so they just keep working, and they got a chance to be a really good unit.
On the other side of the trenches, y'all rotated the offensive line in the second quarter and got some momentum with some of those other guys in there. What led to that rotation, and how did you think those guys performed in that spot?
It was predetermined. It wasn't because the other guys weren't doing very good or anything like that. It was they did a nice job, but just trying to. You're straining against some big boys, and just trying to keep guys fresh, and and our second team guys, earned the right to play too, so just trying to play as many guys and keep as many guys fresh where they can, play at a high level, but it wasn't anything because this group wasn't doing very good. It was all predetermined that we wanted to make sure we got, guys some reps in there.
Coach, what did you see from Alabama tonight? Obviously, one of those talked about teams in the offseason. The team came out tonight and saw a really strong version of them. What were your takeaways from your opponent tonight?
Very impressed with their quarterback, obviously. Very dynamic with his feet. Throws the ball really well, has great touch. I think he's going to have a special year for him. I thought he was really good. Their offensive line is ginormous, and protected really well for him for the most part. And their backs run downhill, and they got good players. Receivers can run, and, they got tight ends, guys that are athletic and, are big targets there. So they've got a really, really good offensive football team. And to me, it starts with number 4. I mean, he's pretty dadgum special. Good. Appreciate y'all.
Obviously, had the moments out there, but there's still a lot of mistakes to clean up on the offensive side. What was challenging early on for you guys out there?
I think definitely the first half, it was a lot of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of thing, like a positive play and then a penalty. Whether it was pre-snap or post-snap, I know we had a couple false starts, and then we had the chop block on one play, which it's drive killers at the end of the day. And when you play a team like Alabama, and you really have to be perfect in every aspect, and then even a little bit more. And especially in that first half, we were just kind of shooting ourselves in the foot. Penalties, I had my interception I actually forget if it was in the first half or the second. But I think all in all, like as a team, we can play better penalty-wise, turnover-wise. And at the end of the day, especially in that first half, it just kind of caught us.
When y'all were moving the ball, why were y'all moving? What was the ball in that situation?
I think a lot of it was just getting the ball in space and playing with some tempo. I think we did a really good job of playing fast at times and then just kind of, taking space that they gave us and then at the same time using our tempo. And if you look at our touchdown drive, it was forward. Like we never shot ourselves in the foot. We didn't have a penalty. For the most part, we were clean. We had a nice explosive play by Middlebrook to get it started. So I think when you look at some of the drives that were successful, the one that, even the one in the first half, unfortunately, where we missed the field goal, like there were no self-inflicted wounds, as you would say. So I think it's just a discipline thing, I think, and I think that could be, fixed pretty quick. So I'm glad with some of the good stuff we showed, but the other stuff is fixable.
Nick, on that touchdown drive, as you said, you guys eliminated the mistakes, stopped shooting yourself in the foot, but you yourself made a lot of really nice throws. What were you seeing differently on that drive?
It wasn't really seeing anything different. I think if you look at that drive, it wasn't a lot of drop-back passing. It was a lot of quick game, which helped in our favor. A couple screens as well. And then Middlebrook also made a nice run. So I think, versus a team like Alabama who's very sound defensively on the back end and then could penetrate with their front seven without bringing any pressure, it's very hard to drop back pass, and I think we learned that early on. But, I mean, if you look at our scoring drive, it was a lot of quick game, which worked in our favor, a lot of just getting the grass and then some explosive plays, which I thought helped us out. And, like I said, the looks they were giving us were pretty consistent. I think it was just a lot of self-inflicted wounds, like I just said, that just kind of were hurting us in the end.
How much faster is the game when you play a team with that much speed, that much
Faster, I wouldn't say it's faster. I mean, no doubt it's like you're running the sideline and they're going to come hawk you down pretty fast. But, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, you know, they're very well coached and they're disciplined. And I think at the end of the day, there were times where we weren't as disciplined today. And I think that's kind of where we you know, let ourselves, like, not really continue to move forward on those better drives that we had. So I think, you know, we made some good plays in the end. We had some nice explosive plays, and I like where we're at. I just think that there's a lot of things that we could fix that, you know, as we work this week, we can hopefully get it out of our system.
Another SEC road game next week. Not to look too far ahead, but what's going to be the focus this week in practice to get ready for Missouri?
I mean, I think, you know, we'll look at the good stuff and learn from it, and then we'll look at the bad stuff and learn from it. And we're going to do our best to just, you know, the penalties are easy. You have to play with discipline at the end of the day. And then the turnovers, you know, myself just understand, you know, when to take shots, when not. You know, that DB made a really good play. Could have gave Elijah a way better chance at the ball. And then at the end of the day, it's just about playing smart. You know, instead of 2 steps forward, 1 step back, we're just constantly moving forward, and I think we'll be fine. Thanks, guys.
All right, next we've got Linebacker Johnathan Butler.
John, the defense found some success early, got back-to-back stops in the second quarter. What were y'all doing well as a unit on those drives to put your team in position?
Really just getting settled in and just playing our game better than they played theirs and just getting going.
For you, having a season off, coming back out here, getting the sack, what was it like for you to get back out there and play?
Like the first 2 drives, like it felt weird. Just have to get my feet back under me, like just get back comfortable, playing fast. But overall, like as the game went on, like, I got comfortable. I'm good.
And then, you know, on your play where you got the sack, you know, what happened that way? Why was that play successful?
Shit. I ain't thought I had a sack. Honestly, I just felt like he just fall down. And I just landed on him. Like I don't know. Honestly.
And then, you know, when Alabama was able to take their shots and hit some balls over the top, what were y'all not doing on defense? Was it a communication issue? Was it execution? What was going on there?
We just gotta have our eyes in the right place and execute when we gotta execute and just do our job and stay over top. Can't get beat over top.
What was the message entering the locker room for the team heading into next week against another tough opponent in Missouri?
We ain't gonna lose both of them. We're gonna go get this one.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.